Wij gaan naar de volgende locatie. De movie set in Forest is de laatste locatie waar we nog heen moeten. Nou, we kunnen hier niet heel veel verder. Er is wel een toolbox.
Oh, what is that? A stone chisel. I better take it.
Kijk.
Better not chisel away at anything else on this road. A toolbox. The construction. When I look...
Road closed, forbidden.
The sign says forbidden. Road closed. Decorated with a few tire tracks.
Nou, daar links is een Royal Mail auto.
Wow!
Dat is misschien wel
That's
de auto
what I
die
call
ik zoek.
luck in disguise. I can only congratulate the driver of the mail van for his cat-like reflexes. I could have turned out quite differently.
Hoe gaan we daar komen dan? Village. To set. Kan ik daarheen? Of moet ik daar die planken overheen leggen misschien wel?
The idea is really good. But unfortunately the board is...
Dan ga ik die planken aan elkaar maken.
All right! Two become one.
Kijk.
Ta-da! With the help of the magic tape instead of two long wooden boards, I now have one super long wooden board in my pocket. Good thing my magic pants pocket is infinitely deep.
Dan hebben we nu een grote plank.
Good idea. With the longboard, I should be able to bridge this death trap.
Hoppakee.
Perfect. Now I need someone who's brave enough to test this construction.
Ja, ikzelf.
Hold on. Even though I am quite happy to volunteer to test whether this construction can withstand my weight, didn't you see and read the sign there on the ground? There's a big and clear sign that the road is closed and the use is forbidden. There's already a bounty on my head because of the Chihuahua situation. Even though I'm dying to know what's waiting for me at the end of the road, I'd better not raise my police search level any further. Anyone who's ever played Grand Theft Auto knows that such a thing usually ends in a hail of bullets and game over. That doesn't really make...
Ik dacht, ik schrijf op dat ik er wel mag zijn. Kunnen we een doek overheen leggen? Nee.
I think the driver of the mail van only bad miss...
Hier. Even graffiti.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Precies.
And the road was reopened.
Daar gaan we. Het kost mij niet mijn spuitbus. Hoppakee. Box with movie props.
A big box with lots of great movie props.
Kunnen we er iets van meenemen? Nee. Een broken
The
power
decrepit
generator.
power generator. Seems to be broken.
Maar ik heb de industriële power generator.
What a great idea! That's what I call a sensible application for the Pants Pocket High Capacity Power Generator! The thing should provide enough power to brightly light up a movie set.
Kijk, hoppakee.
Almost ready. The wiring should fit. But something is still missing. I think without the right mobile pocket nuclear power plant, the generator will not provide power. Possibly some other module works as a power source for green energy.
Zoals
I don't think the movie set needs very much power.
een hamster op een hamsterwiel.
Now this is very strange, but the hamster wheel
Kijk,
could
dat dacht
really
ik al.
fit into the fixture for the drive module. Someone really considered all eventualities when developing the generator.
Kijk.
Indeed! Fits like a glove. But I think some component for green electricity is still missing.
Dan gooien we die hamster er ook in.
Great! Mr. Snuggles is already totally excited. He's a big fan of green energy and has always wanted to do his part to stop the climate catastrophe. And if he has a little fun in the process, that's all the better. Wow, this really seems to work. Fantastic! Green hamster-powered green electricity!
Lekker
I
hoor.
think that's the future. In any case, the movie set now has enough power again for the time being. And Mr. Snuggles looks like he's having a lot of fun at work. The little guy's to be envied.
Employee ID card.
Wow, a blank employee ID card from the post office.
Ah, from the
If I
post
fill it out, I'll
office.
surely get access to hidden treasures. As a postal employee, you enjoy this privilege. The brightly shining spotlights perfectly illuminate the movie set.
Ah, hier moeten we die indiaan voor hebben.
The area is perfectly illuminated.
One of the extras should actually be standing there. Unfortunately, he was terminated at short notice due to budget cuts.
The totem pole's really impressive. But this still looks unfinished.
Unfortunately, the carpenter in charge has left due to budget cuts.
Kijk, we moeten die indiaan
Now,
fixen.
I lack a capable
En we moeten die
replacement
craftsman
craftsman.
fixen.
This is probably supposed to represent a Native American tent. But it's just a cheap plywood display. May I interrupt for a moment? Have you seen a big, white, fluffy cat around here by any chance?
Excuse me? What kind of cat?
Large, white, and fluffy. Probably arrived here with a package of flea combs.
Tell me, boy, are you on drugs? I have no idea what you're talking about, and to be honest, I have enough problems of my own here. Are you possibly another problem?
I think not, but I am a problem solver. What's the problem exactly? Are you shooting a movie here? I like movies.
Yes, unfortunately.
Why unfortunately?
The production company contractually obligated me to realize this nonsense through a legal dodge. And as expected, there's nothing but problems here. The world probably just doesn't want this movie to ever see the light of day. And that would be just fine with me. Ooh, I'd hate to see my name in the credits of this piece of work. I am an artist, and I've worked hard to earn my reputation as a renowned director and writer.
You don't sound very enthusiastic. What's the name of your new movie? Is it going to be a western? I love westerns.
Cow Wolf, the beast of the bloody woods. Ooh,
That doesn't sound so bad. Mysterious and ambiguous. Why are the woods so bloody?
vampires.
Excuse me?
The three daughters of the chief. They are vampires.
Really? And let me guess. They all fell in love with the same handsome werewolf.
With the same handsome cowboy. Cowboy werewolf. A cow wolf.
Cow wolf.
Well, that sounds really interesting.
Nonsense. Say it like it is. That sounds like absolute nonsense.
So a romance horror western.
Yes, something like that. The production company is of the opinion that this is currently very popular with the target group.
And you sound unenthusiastic. I know a little girl who would be thrilled.
If I wasn't contractually bound, I wouldn't touch this project with a 10-foot pole. I was a consultant and assistant director on such classics as Dances with Wolves and The Last of the Mohicans. And the production studio is probably of the opinion that my name in the credits would also appeal to the target audience of said movies. But I already mentioned it. Rather hell freezes over than my name appears in the credits of this piece of work. Nevertheless, I would also like to realize this project on a high level of craftsmanship and authenticity. But that's not so easy because the studio bosses don't have a clue about the Wild West. And they invested most of the budget in the star of the movie, Clint Akenthorpe. However, what has now led to a number of problems due to lack of money.
Did I mention that I'm a professional problem solver? What's the problem exactly?
Ik heb allemaal
Let's
sidequests
start
zo, hè,
with
de
the
hele tijd.
obvious. The set is of the lowest budget in terms of craftsmanship. The tents are cheap plywood dummies, and the lawn is artificial turf, stolen from a golf course somewhere. And the carpenter of the totem pole, due to lack of payment, left after half of the work. Also, for budgetary reasons, all the extras were fired. Just like our star's youthful sidekick, who was never at a loss for a funny quip.
Woo! That sounds like a lot of problems indeed.
Oh, that was by no means all. The decrepit power generator that supplies the
die heb ik al
sets
gefixt.
and especially the lighting with electricity recently broke down. And last but not least, my star is on a hunger strike since the access bridge collapsed and you have to drive a mile-long detour. And as a result, the catering has been discontinued.
You mean he's on strike because he's hungry?
Yes, that's what I said. And try ordering a pizza here in the woods. No pizza service delivers all the way out here. Damn, I wouldn't even know what to put as an address. The third tree behind the raccoon's den? You see, my boy, the project is basically doomed to failure, and it will probably remain a stain on my CV forever.
I'm very sorry about that. If my time permits, I'll see whether I can be helpful to you with one or the other thing, even though I actually have other priorities
Genoeg
at
te
the
doen,
moment.
lijkt me.
But we movie people have to stick together after all.
You work in movies too?
Yeah, I did. Currently retired, unfortunately. But my parents still think that the video recording of my enrollment was the hit of the year.
I see. Well, in any case, thank you for your effort. But now I would like to ask you to let me continue working. I'm in the process of thinking up some spectacular camera shots for tomorrow's shoot, which becomes a real
Zullen we die,
challenge due to
acteur
the
ook
lack
nog even
of
wat vragen
actors,
stellen?
scenery, and good lighting. Maybe I'll just movie some cute raccoons and baby foxes.
Howdy, kid. Without photo, $100. And with selfie, $150.
Excuse me?
Autograph without photo costs $100. And with selfie, $150. You're here for an autograph, aren't you?
Nee joh.
Yeah. Actually, I'd love an autograph. I'm a big fan of your movies. But I can't possibly afford that. Do you perhaps also take smelling bus tickets in payment? The next month's even already paid.
Nah, kid. Cash is king. Is that all? You are disturbing me here at work.
Sorry, I don't really want to interrupt, but you're Clint Ackenthorpe, right? The Clint Ackenthorpe. Hero of such legendary cinema hits as Revenge of the Groundhog, Bloody Iced Tea Parts 1 to 5, and one of my favourite movies, Weightless on Uranus.
Aye. Guilty as charged. By the way, my previous year's autographs cost only half.
Unfortunately, still too expensive for me. Can't we just have a little chat? You seem to have some time on your hands at the moment, and it's not every day I get the chance to meet one of the biggest movie stars in the world.
Fine by me, but please make it short anyway, kid. Time is money. And some people's time is worth more than that of others.
Promise. Oh crap, now I don't have my note with the questions I had thought of if I ever met you.
So, we're done here, kid?
No. What? How did you end up in such a low budget production like this? Isn't the movie way beneath you budget-wise?
You know, kid, I'm not really interested in the total budget of a movie. As long as the producers can provide the money for my budget, I don't care if it's a blockbuster or an art house movie like this one. I'm not picky about that.
You think this is an art house movie?
Well, that's how my agent described it to me. But probably it's just a cheap horror flick with a famous director and even more famous star of the movie. But I don't really care, as long as the money is right. But what really bothers me about the movie is the virtually non-existent catering. James is babbling something about a collapsed access bridge, but I have a strict diet plan to follow. And without my daily special vegetarian diet, I can't possibly maintain my market value.
Daar hebben we die vegan
My
pizza voor
body's a
nodig.
temple, kid. A temple. Unfortunately, currently in acute danger of collapse.
Oh. And why's that?
That's why I'm exercising my contractual trade union rights and going on strike.
Ah, so that's why Mr. Pollock's on the verge of a nervous breakdown.
I guess so. Don't get me wrong, I like James and how he is desperately trying to make art out of this trash.
But as long as it's not ensured that I can keep to my diet plan, as long as no inch of movie is shot here,
Can I maybe get you something to eat somewhere? It would be a great honor.
Thanks for the offer, kid. But I don't think you have a clue when it comes to a balanced vegetarian diet when I look at you.
Oh, wait a minute. I am a vegetarian.
Fried vegetarian food is not what I have in mind. I need a balanced mix of protein, carbohydrates, and exotic spices. You can't get this specialty food at just any snack bar.
I can still keep my eyes open. I've solved much harder puzzles in this game.
Game?
Game of life. The game of life.
Ha! I see. Oi, kid. Knock yourself out.
Nou, ze
And as
accepteren
soon
allemaal
as
hulp.
my culinary needs have been taken care of, I willingly pose in front of the camera again. Anything else, kid?
We hebben dus weer
Oh,
genoeg
drat,
te
now
doen
I almost
hier.
forgot what I wanted to ask you.
Well, lucky for me that it came back to you. What is it?
I'm looking for a cat. Large, white, much fluff.
Do I look like an animal shelter? What do I know where your cat is? I'm more of a dog person anyway. Fighting dogs.
Fighting dog.
Well, this is a long and sad story. To make a long story short, did a package with a cat inside arrive here lately?
Kid, if the catering can't reach me, do you really think any package with a cat in it could reach me? Besides, I told you that access bridge collapsed. Haven't seen any supplies here for days.
Too bad. I was just wondering.
Nah, kid, sorry. And thanks to my allergy to cat hair,
Hij is
I
ook
would
al
have tracked down
allergisch.
any cat package within a mile.
Iedereen is allergisch.
And now excuse me, kid. I still have to save some energy until the food is here. That was the last time I made a cheap flick like that. These small movie crews have no idea how to properly handle a star of my caliber. In the future, I better stick to Michael Bay and Roland Emmerich again.
Tree trunk dummy.
Typical movie. It's all appearance and reality. The tree trunk is made only of cardboard, plywood and paint.
Het is allemaal nep.
A Movie Master 6000 Professional. Pretty high quality for such a cheap production.
Nou, dan hebben we alles wel een beetje bekeken hier. Even kijken. We kunnen misschien nog wel het masker pakken. Kijk. Kan ik die kat knippen
I
nog?
do not do violence to animals.
Nee. We hebben best wel wat spullen gevonden, waaronder dus ook nu die chisel.
As a stone mason and as a constructor.
Die kunnen we misschien geven aan de chiseling man. Maar goed, dan hebben we voor nu hier alles wel gevonden. Kunnen we nog wat uit de toolbox halen?
No, I've already the construction work.
Nee. Nou, dan hebben we nu alle locaties bezocht. Dus dan stel ik voor dat we nog eventjes teruggaan naar de dierenarts die niet thuis was in de volgende video. En anders wat gaan sidequesten. Ik zou zeggen, graag tot dan. Joejoe!